Hey, it's Derek with Lucid, and today's video is a tutorial on our Lucid Grip application. Now, I have many videos on YouTube on how to apply our grip, but I figured just time for a little refresher and a new video on it. So anyway, let's get into it. With our Lucid Grip, we have several options available. We have the light, which is what I'm going to use in today's video. This grip is great for bare feet, your nice longboard cruisers. It's really grippy as well, but also it really truly shows, like, you can't even tell there's grip on the deck with the light. You have to get up close and really feel it to make sure it's actually on the deck. The next step up from there is our medium grip. This is also a great grip for all around longboarding. The heavy, this is super heavy. More aggressive longboarding or skateboarding, it's great for that application. And we have our glow in the dark, which is closest to our medium size in the granule size. Anyway, I'm gonna get right into the video. So I'm gonna put these guys aside. So with your grip kit, there is a foam brush. The foam brush works great if you have a brand new plain deck with nothing on it. I prefer to use put the first layer of liquid on with the brush, and then use the pump sprayer for that second layer of liquid. Speaking of liquid, there is our bottle number 1, which is the Lucid liquid, and we have bottle number 2, which is the grip. Also inside this box, you get a cool sticker. You got some instructions. We also have some QR codes with some video links to some videos. Also, if you get onto our YouTube page, there's a lot more videos, tips and tricks and stuff beyond what's on this card. So make sure you check that out. And we have some priming instructions, another video QR code for that as well. That is regarding the pump sprayer in case you have any issues. It shows you how to prime it and make it work. If it doesn't work after you've tried everything, just contact us. We'll get you set up with some new pump sprayers. So that's what's in the box. In this video, I'm gonna kind of show you how to do the application, show you some tips and tricks. The deck I have in front of me is a board that a buddy of mine made. He did beautiful craftsmanship. Check this thing out. Beautiful board, solid wood. The bottom, he put some kind of turtle vinyl sticker on there. It's set up with the Gull Wing Sidewinder trucks, some Bennett alligator wheels. This is an awesome little board. He did a really good job. He just made this in his garage, I guess, in his spare time. But anyway, he wanted some grip on it. And because of the wood and everything, I decided to go with the light because it'll really, the wood's still really going to show through. He also wanted a Lucid sticker on there on the top. So I'm going to apply this on the top before I actually apply the grip. So let's start off with that first, then we'll get into the grip. So this is just a vinyl sticker that I made on a little vinyl machine. All right, so got the vinyl sticker off the backing. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh shoot! Oh, I think that's still good. Let's get this on here. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. Now with these vinyl stickers, I've seen a lot of people just leave this clear thing on top. You actually peel this off, and it gives you a nice clean sticker. So there you go. We got the Lucid on there for him. I want to show you a couple examples on the Lucid Grip Light, how to apply it and how to use it appropriately so you don't end up with these heavy spots, blotchy spots. We want a nice even coat along the whole entire board. So I'm going to kind of show you how I do it and what I recommend. Now, for customers out there that use the product, if you have other alternatives or other ways that you do it that end up with great results, go ahead and share it in the comments. We love to see how everyone does it because there's different techniques on how you can apply this. So you're gonna take this blue cap off. It is a little shaker bottle with holes on the top. Now, when you first do this, do not go straight over the board. You end up with a lot of grip that just comes right down, and you may not have been ready for that. So what I like to do is, before just flipping over on the deck, go off to the side and let that initial part fall out of the bottle. Second thing, don't use it like a salt shaker like this, and don't be close to the board. If you do this, you'll end up with really heavy spots, and it's gonna end up being very heavy, light. It's not gonna be very consistent across the board, and it just won't look good in the end. The other thing too, even if you start up high, don't go up and down like a salt shaker. And if you do that, maybe you can get away with it, but you usually end up with big giant blotchy spots all over the deck in the finished product. So those are just a couple ways I recommend I do not recommend applying the grip. What I like to do, go off to the side and hold the bottle up roughly about 20 inches or so above the deck. The higher you can go, the better even disbursement is going to come out of the bottle. What I like to do is just tap the side, and you're going to constantly just go back and forth, and that's going to give you a nice, consistent, even grip across the whole entire deck. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the application. What I like to do, because this is a brand new deck, is apply the liquid with the brush. So by doing that, this is what I do. I take the cap off the top and just pour a little bit on the deck. Just do little by little. You can always add more. If you add too much, you're gonna have to grab some paper towels, wipe some off. Start with this much for right now. I'm gonna take the little brush and we're just gonna brush it out over the deck. And make sure you leave a nice little layer for the grip to adhere to. If you just paint this thing out and it's super thin, the grip will have a hard time adhering to the deck and it'll start flaking off very easily. Now, I didn't take the trucks and wheels off this deck. I was a little lazy, but it's fine. Just gonna go over the screws. It's not gonna hurt anything. Okay, so once you get that first layer on, what I like to do is just kind of pick up the deck, make sure, because sometimes it's really hard to see where you may have missed. Looks like I got a nice layer on there and it's covering every spot of the top. So we are good now for the grip. And sometimes if you hit the edges really hard, what I like to do is just take my finger, go around the edges of the board, make sure there's no liquid dripping over. Then you end up with these little drips on the bottom or the sides of the deck that don't look so good. So, grip bottle now. Like I said, we go off to the side, and I'm going to lightly tap the side of the bottle and go all the way down the deck. Now, as I'm doing this and going back and forth, I'm kind of slightly overlapping the last line I went by. That way I'm not having any just lines going across the deck. I'm kind of overlapping as I go back and forth. All right, about halfway done. So another little tip on this with the grip bottle. If you feel like you've gotten halfway or even quarter of the way and you feel like it's not coming out the same, sometimes the grip or the granules get caught up and clogged up in the top of the lid. So what you can do is just kind of lightly tap on the top of the table, or just kind of hit with your finger and clear the holes a little bit. And then start over again, and you'll notice that there's a nice even flow of the grip coming out of the bottle. All right, so now the deck is fully gripped. I got that layer of grip on there. You can see, hopefully you can see that in the camera. Again, with the light, it's really hard to see. You can actually see it better when it's wet right now. And when this thing dries, it's gonna be even harder to see the grip on top of this deck. But there you go. Also, I like to do, just to make sure I got everything and there's no weird heavy spots, if you have an isolate room, it's just kind of like get down on your knees and kind of look across the board, or you can hold it up, and when you can get it about eye level, you can really see the granules on top of the deck, and that kind of gives you any indication if you missed a spot, went too heavy in a spot, or if you need to kind of lightly go over it. All right, so from here, very important part and step to this whole thing is that second layer of liquid. This is where I'm going to use the spray bottle, and I'm going to put this down. This really helps encapsulates all the grip so it doesn't wear off or rub off very easily. So with the bottle, sometimes with the new bottles, what you have to do, go off to the side. It takes a few pumps. I'll go over this way. A few pumps to get things going. You might see a stream at first, but then once you get it going, you'll see the fine mist coming out of the bottle. Now, if you don't get that right away, check out the priming instructions on how to prime this nozzle, but you should be pretty much, it should work right away. If it doesn't, again, check out the priming instructions. If it doesn't work after the priming instructions, let us know. We'll take care of you. If you have a bottle that's just shooting out like a stream of liquid, we had some issues with that. There's really no fixing that on the bottle, except maybe if it's been a used bottle, scraping the top of the nozzle, because there might be like a dried section. And if you scrape that off, it might free up some things and it might come out as a spray again. But if you do have that stream, let us know. We'll send you out some new nozzles for free. So now that I got this working, we're gonna go over the deck. I like to come from the side, about roughly 12 inches or so from the deck. I don't like to come straight down. I like to come from the side and hit the whole entire deck. just kind of starting from the tail all the way to the nose. So, and you want to make sure you hit every inch of this deck. Don't be too shy with this layer. It's not going to hurt anything. But also don't go too heavy where it's just piling up. You just want to make sure you got a nice coat, even coat on top of this deck. That is it. Very simple, very easy. Again, we have tons of other videos on our YouTube channel, so make sure to check those out, little tips and tricks. But again, this is straightforward. This is what it looks like. It is wet right now, so I'm gonna let this dry. I'll show you guys what it looks like after it's all dry. And again, this was our light grip. This is a better grip to really, if you really want to showcase whatever art, woodworking you have underneath the surface, light is probably the best way to go. It's also really grippy as well. Just because it says light on it doesn't mean it's not going to grip or have any traction. It just is really super clear. If you do have any questions, concerns, or issues with the product, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Go to our website. We have a chat button on there. We're usually there during the weekdays. And also, if we're not, just send us a message through there or through our email at info@lucidgrip.com. We also have that on our contact page. And that's it. Hope that answers some questions. Hopefully that clears some things up, and hopefully that helps you get a nice layer of grip on whatever surface you are gripping. See you in the next video.